Hey everybody. In this video, let's see how to create and manage client requests in Zoho Practice. Accounting firms frequently exchange sensitive documents and confidential financial information with their clients. Think balance sheets, income statements, and bank statements. Sharing this information through unsecured channels puts your client's data at risk. Client requests in Zoho Practice helps you do so in a secure and structured way. In this video, we will learn all about it. In this video, we will cover the following topics: creating a client request, creating a sign request, collaborating on a client request, other actions in client requests, preferences. Let's get started. Creating a client request. Note that client requests can only be created for clients whose client type is Zoho Client, as the client profile must be linked with a Zoho finance organization to enable two-way communication. Let's see how to create a client request. Log into your Zoho Practice account. Go to the Client Request module from the navigation bar. Click the plus New button. Select Client Request. Click the gear icon next to the client request number. You can choose to auto-generate client request numbers or enter it manually. Select the client for whom you are creating this request. Enter a title and description for the client request. In the Assign to field, select the user you want to assign this client request to. You can assign only one user per client request. Select the priority level of the client request. This will help your users gauge how urgently they need to act on it. Set a due date by when the request has to be completed. Then click Save. You have successfully created a client request. Your client will be able to view and respond to it from the My Accountant module in their respective Zoho Finance application. Creating a sign request. You can also create sign requests to securely share documents and collect digital signatures from your clients. Before creating a sign request, make sure your Zoho Practice organization is integrated with Zoho Sign. To integrate with Zoho Sign, click the gear icon in the top pane to go to Settings. Click Zoho Apps under Integrations. Click the Connect button next to Zoho Sign. If you don't already have a Zoho Sign organization, click Create Now and select the option applicable to you. Once created, click the Connect Now button and then click Integrate in the pop-up that appears. Now that the integration is set up, let's create a sign request. Go to the Client Request module from the navigation bar. Click New and select Sign Request. Fill in the client request number, client name, title, description, assigned user, due date, and priority. Upload the document that you want your client to review and sign. Then click Save. You will be directed to Zoho Sign's page where you can customize the document. Once you have customized the document, click Send. Collaborating on a client request. Once a client request is created, the Details page serves as the central hub for all communication and collaboration between your team and your client. Let's look at it one by one. Collaborating using comments, questionnaires, contextual chat, tasks, comments. You can use comments to share information and documents within the client request. Navigate to the respective client request from the Client Request module. Click the Comments tab. Click Upload File if you want to share documents or images with your client. If you only want to share information with your team, enter the information and click Add Comment, Only My Team. If you want to share or request information from your client, enter the information and click Add Comment, Share with Client. Your client will be able to view and respond to the comments from the My Accountant module in their Zoho Finance application. Questionnaires. Questionnaires let you collect essential client information in a structured format, such as financial data, tax-related details, or specific queries relevant to the client request. Navigate to the respective client request from the Client Request module. Click the Questionnaire tab. Click New Question in the top pane. Enter the title and description of your question in the pop-up that appears. Then click Save. Your client will be able to view and answer the questions from the My Account module in their respective organization. Contextual chat. Contextual chat lets you initiate real-time group discussions with specific users from your client's organization, so you can ask questions, share files, and get the information you need without any back-and-forth emails. Navigate to the respective client request details page. Click the Initiate Chat icon in the top pane of the client profile. Enter a title and select the client organization users you'd like to add to the chat. Then click Create. Tasks. You can also create tasks directly from the Client Requests Details page. Navigate to the respective Client Request Details page. Click the Tasks icon in the top pane. Click the New Task button. Enter the required details of the task. Then click Save. You can also click the History icon in the top pane to view a chronological record of all activities related to the client request, including the associated user and timestamp of each action. Other actions in client requests? Let's look at some of the other actions you can perform in the Client Request module. You can filter client requests by client, service, status, priority, and assigned user using the filter options in the top pane of the Client Request module. You can also switch between viewing all client requests and only sign requests using the View dropdown at the top of the page. To clone a client request, navigate to the respective Client Request Details page, click the More icon, and select Clone. Make any edits to the pre-filled details in the pop-up that appears and click Save. To edit a client request, click the More icon and select Edit. Note that the client selected in a client request cannot be changed once the request is created. To delete a client request, click the More icon and select Delete. Note that once a client request is deleted, it cannot be retrieved. Preferences. You can configure your client request module under Preferences and Settings. Let's look at the available options. Preferences, Custom Fields, Custom Status, Manage Permissions. Custom Fields. If you want to capture additional information while creating client requests, you can add custom fields. Click the Settings icon from the top pane. Click Client Requests under Preferences. Click the New Custom Field button in the Custom Fields tab. Enter the required details, configure the custom field, and click Save. The custom field will now appear in the new Client Request pop-up and on the Client Request Details page. Custom Status. By default, client requests have predefined statuses: draft, open, and yet to be pushed. If your team needs additional statuses, you can create custom statuses as sub-statuses of these predefined ones. Go to Settings from the top right corner of the page. Select Client Requests under Setup and Configurations. Click New Custom Status in the top right corner. Select the predefined status for which you want to create this sub-status in the Custom Status for field. Enter the status name. Enter a description and select the label color. Then click Save. If you create a sub-status under Completed, no notifications will be sent for client requests with that status, as they will be considered completed. And that's a wrap for our video on client requests in Zoho Practice. If you have any queries, please write to us at support@zohopractice.com. Thanks for watching.